Let me tell you a story. For 30 years, Norwegian football fans have been living in the past, replaying that 1998 World Cup, the famous win over Brazil, those golden memories that felt like they would never be topped. The last time Norway were at a World Cup, Erling Haaland's dad was playing. Let that sink in. An entire generation of Norwegian kids grew up never seeing their country on football's biggest stage, never experiencing that feeling, never having a hero to call their own on the world stage. And then he arrived. Then the qualifying campaign started, and Norway's World Cup qualifying campaign wasn't good. It was obscene. They were win every single game, plus 32 goals difference, 29 goals in 6 qualifiers. And who was responsible for this chaos? You already know, Erling Haaland. 16 goals in 8 games, that's more than double what the next highest scorer on the entire continent managed, double in a qualifying campaign for a World Cup. He scored against Estonia, okay fine. He got a hat-trick against Israel after missing 2 penalties. 2 he missed both, and he still walk away win the match ball. Normal striker wouldn't spiral, normal humans would crumble. Haaland just keep scoring. He dunked on his own club teammate Donnarumma at San Siro, Italy. Finished. Those Lasana-loving freaks didn't stand a chance. And then when Martin Odegaard, Norway's creative heartbeat, went down with an injury, did Haaland panic? Did Norway fall apart? No, Haaland became more. He provided goals and leadership. He carried an entire nation on his freakishly athletic shoulders. Here is the thing about that people forget. He's been doing this for years. At the Under-20 World Cup, he scored 9 goals in a single match against Honduras. 9. In one game at youth level, sure, but there's still genuinely psychotic behavior. For the senior national team, he's always had more goals than games. That's not supposed to be possible at the international level. The margins are too high, the pressure is too real, the quality of opposition is too high. But Haaland doesn't care about what he is supposed to be possible. Since 2020, this man has been one of the best players on the planet, breaking records after record, scoring goals that defy physics, dominating entire leagues like they are playing FIFA on amateur difficulty. But here is the problem: nobody wants feasibility problem, and Norway keep missing tournaments, the Euros, the World Cup. Every single time they would fall short, and Haaland would go back to club football invincible to the casual fan. Sure, the football freaks knew about him, the football manager addicts, the career mode grinders, the weirdos who spent their entires watching Borussia Dortmund. But the average fan, the guy who only watches the big tournaments, the person who treats the World Cup like a global holiday, they barely got a taste. Haaland was building one of the greatest CVs in football history, but he was doing it away from the one stage where every football fan in the world watches the games at the same time. That changes now. The 2026 World Cup is going to be Haaland's coming out party, and the casuals, they are going to love him. Why wouldn't they? He is a freak athlete, 6'5", but runs like a cheetah, out space everyone, out muscles everyone, out jumps everyone, American especially. And that's where this World Cup is happening. They love a physical alien, a genetic anomaly, a guy who, like, he was designed in a lab. But they are what makes Haaland truly special. It is not just the athleticism. On the top of that, the raw physical dominance. He's got incredible football brain. His position at is elite. He almost never gets caught offside. He just appears exactly where he needs to be every single time. And because he does it so effortlessly, we take it for granted.